Happy first Saturday night of October, everybody.
Yay, it's October.
It is freaking gorgeous here tonight. Tracy and I are both out here with t-shirts.
And it's warm.
And it's warm, very comfortable. Very quiet. The river was crazy.
Oh.
If you guys saw the pictures in that video today, it was so super low. And then sometime today, it went back up like a foot, back to a normal level. Really weird. I don't know what's up with that. No explanation.
None at all.
And Tracy needs your help with something, guys. So here, let her go ahead and ask.
Okay, we're having a costume contest, and we're giving out treats to the kids the Saturday before Halloween. Each department is giving out stuff. So in the meat department, one of the guys has which I think is hysterical. He has a Sasquatch costume that he bought at a thrift store. So, because, of course, I work in the meat department, we're going to get some of our smoked meat sticks, like 2 to a pack, and we're going to hand those out to the kids as their treat. Well, since he's going to be dressed up as Sasquatch, you guys know the commercials for Jack Links with Sasquatch and the Jack Links. Well, he's going to be Fate Squatch, and we're going to be handing out our meat sticks. So, I have been put in charge of decorating, yay, the meat department. I have $50 to work with. And I need some ideas about what I can do, because I want to make it like there's just a swinging doorway that goes into the meat department, a pair of double doors, and the meat sticks are right next to that. So I want to make it look like a forest, so it looks like he's coming out of a forest.
Yeah, she needs to make it look squatchy.
Yeah. I want to make it look dark and kind of foresty, so I need to figure out how to do that on the cheap and on the easy. Because, yeah, we want to win. We really want to win.
And you, much like me, were probably wondering when she said handing out the meat sticks, they're going to be shrink wrap sealed to a package. So
yes.
They're not just handing out.
No, we're not handing out just
sticks.
I was teasing Adam because I'm like, oh, the produce department, are you going to give out apples? Are you going to be that guy? You guys know the one I'm talking about. You'd be like, oh, an apple.
No, they'll probably have lettuce, Brussels sprouts,
kale,
celery sticks.
If those come attached to a Bloody Mary, I'll take one. But yeah, so I almost shudder to think what the liquor department's going to be handing out. I might go visit that. But yeah, so I need to make it look squatchy, because I'm going to bring in, we have a Bluetooth speaker, that big Bluetooth speaker that we've used before, and I want to take that in because I can hook my phone to it through Bluetooth and I can play Sasquatch sounds on it. So I want to do that.
So looking for suggestions on the cheap
of how to make it look like a forest around that doorway, so that when he comes out, it looks like he's coming out of the woods. I'm carving pumpkins, of course. I'm going to do the Sasquatch pumpkin for work.
We'll have the Chewy boxes from this month's order, so, spray paint and cardboard, we can create something out of that, I'm sure.
Yeah, just got to figure it out.
But we'll be sure I'll make her take the camera to work with her.
Oh, yeah.
If she has to set it up on a tripod and just let it run, that's what we'll do, so.
Because I will be in full regalia. Because we're actually having a contest this year.
Employee costume contest.
Yeah, because I'm always the only one that was dressing up, so I would just generally wear my witch hat, but this year I'm going full tilt. I've got makeup coming, I bought new pieces, I bought a bat mask. Yeah, I'm going to wear the dress and the cape and everything.
Oh, I love you and everything, but the Sasquatch costume gets my vote.
Bite me, okay? And it's just a come as you are day for me. But yeah, so I need to. It just cracked me up when he told me that he bought it at a thrift store. He's like, what was I going to do? Say no?
I would have bought it too.
Exactly. I was like, how did you. And that's what he said. He's like, it's got feet and everything. The only thing it doesn't have is the head. It doesn't have a mask. So he was either going to buy a mask, or he said he might just paint his face up like all brown with dark eyes and, do that. So because I'm like, God, that
Yeah,
would get real.
a wig and some makeup would work.
Yeah, because that would get hot.
Mm-hmm.
That would get really hot.
So give us some suggestions, guys, of what we might be able to make on the cheap. We will read all the comments. And
Yeah, Paul already told me to be careful while I was wrapping meat that day because, that costume's got the big bell sleeves on it. And he's like, don't get caught in the wrapping machine. Buzz goes, yeah, I wouldn't want to have to cut you out of there because I'm not going to damage the machine, I'll tell you that much.
so you guys, Patty left to go back to Florida today. Her and her new man only had one bonfire the whole time they were here, so I'm guessing they were busy getting busy.
Wow.
For the most part.
Really?
Have you seen Patty? So we're going to hang out tonight and listen. Hopefully the coyotes will show up at least, so we'll be back. Well, it's been almost an hour and a half since I did the last recording. So I thought we'd play with the Hack Shack X8, 8X-X8 again. At least for a few minutes. Anybody here tonight? That's what it looks like, if you were curious. I know the noise is a bit annoying. I've tried several other ones that are even worse. Anyone here with us tonight?
Anyone want to say hello?
What's Tracy's favorite holiday? If there's anybody here, they would know that.
And Kathy, if you're here, it was your favorite holiday too. Well, Kathy's birthday is a week before Halloween. Her birthday's the 24th. So I really want to try on her birthday.
Ken, are you here? What's the name of the river we're sitting by? If you came up with that, I would be truly impressed.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
It said paranormal, didn't it?
I don't know.
Which cat is that? Oswald?
Is it Oswald?
Oswald.
Oswald? Oswald. Hi. Hi, Vocal.
I went in the house and brought out our poor old sassy cat. She's 13 and a half, and she's definitely getting slower. But boy, she suddenly turned sweet in the last year. She had gotten the name Sassy Cat because she was kind of a bitch. Honestly, but now she's been
A little bit.
super friendly and talkative and really affectionate. But you can just see, if I could dig up an older picture when she was a year or two old, she's definitely gotten a bit skinny, but she's still eating really well, and we're feeding her special. We're feeding her fancy feast and making sure she's eating. We're watching that closely. It sucks when you get a cat that gets old, but we had one that lived to be almost 22, so we know how to keep them going. So I just thought I'd show you Sassy Cat.
That's my girl. That's the only cat in the house that's mine.
She was the very first cat that we got.
The one that Mike said, I heard her crying in the shed, and Mike said, if you can find it, you can have it.
Back in 2008, I believe it was.
Yep. Took me an hour, but I found ya. I found you.
Is that Oswald?
That's
Hi.
Oswald,
Hi, Ozzy.
the wandering
Get him
boy.
over there if you can.
Huh? Ozzy. 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 Come here.
There's a squeaky Mr. Oswald.
He's just such a big lug, and he looks like a big old bad cat, and then he comes up with this little meep.
Well, it's like 11:30 now, guys. It's been really quiet tonight. No raccoons seen again. One barking dog off in the distance to the west, which I have no idea where that dog is. Haven't heard that one before. But weather permitting, we're going to go for a fall color tour drive tomorrow. It's supposed to be rainy, but I'd much rather do it on a sunny day to get the colors to look better, but we'll see how the weather goes. This is a crazy story. We borrowed Karl's neighbor Jack's big log splitter and had it in the garage. About 3 weeks ago, Karl's neighbor across the road wanted to borrow it. So it was like, no problem. Jack's to let whoever borrow it that he wants to let borrow it. Well, anyways, last weekend, I was going to use it because Paul came up and we were going to finish splitting up the big tree over at Art's. So I drove down there on the four-wheeler to get it, and I'm like, well, where is it? It's not in the yard. Karl comes out and is like, huh. So he calls Barb. She says, oh, I went away for the weekend. It's in my garage locked up. Like, what the F? You didn't, and they're already done. All their wood split. There's nothing in your yard that needs to be split. So you went away without even asking if we wanted to come and get it or if we might need it this weekend. And then she was a complete bitch about it because their garage was unlocked, the door, the side door.
Okay, yeah. Mention that she didn't just put it in her garage. She locked the splitter itself so the splitter could not be moved.
Yeah. And then she got pissed at Karl for going in the garage. And then she ended up telling Karl, well, I don't want you on my property. She not one time did she say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't think that maybe you guys wanted it this weekend or nothing. Not one thing like that. It was all about get off my property, stay off my property. And then a couple days later, Karl hears a knock on his door. He goes to the door, and there she's standing. He opens the door. She hands Karl back the house key because she had a key to Karl's house, hands him back the key, and just turns around and walks away without saying a word. What the F kind of bitch is that?
I'm sorry, but if I would have been Karl, I would have been like, well, F you too, bitch.
You know.
I'm sorry, but it's not your property to lock up. You should have returned it when you were done, A. You should have given it back to the owner if you were leaving for the weekend, knowing that other people were using it, B. And she claims that she called his wife and said that that was what she was going to do. How does his wife... That'd be like somebody borrowing something from Mike, like one of his tools or something, and then calling me. First of all, me not telling him that they called, and second of all, me going, oh yeah, that's okay. I would have been like, well, I don't know about you. I would have been like, you need to talk to Mike.
Or Jack, you know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, she should have spoken directly to Jack, but of course she wouldn't have, because he probably would have been like, well, then don't lock it up. Just leave it out and I'll come get it.
And so the splitter's still sitting down there, so Jack's going to end up having to go get it, and then come to find out after all this that the last time she borrowed it took him a month to get it back. And Jack's 84 years old. She's probably hoping something will happen while she has it in her possession or something. I don't know, but it's like, well, Karl, what's it like to have an asshole neighbor too? It's like, man, people are just effed up.
And here's the thing, if you guys get permission from Jack to go reclaim his property, if she starts to get off my property, we are taking his property with his permission off of your property.
You know,
call the police. See what they'll do. He wants his splitter back. She won't bring it back.
you know.
He told us to come and get it. Well, then the thing was, too, when she came to borrow it, when she was talking about borrowing it, when Mike and Karl were talking about the wood that they had to split, she was like, oh, well, that should only take you a couple days.
We would have had that done in a day. And you guys all saw how big that stuff was.
It's like, hey.
And I was going to take the splitter down there to her And this conversation happened on the phone. I said, well, Karl, if she wants a splitter, you're going to have to come get it, because those words right there just rubbed me the wrong way. And just the tone in her voice when she said it, I said, F her. If she wants to borrow the splitter, you're going to have to come and get it.
She should have come and got it.
You know.
Personally. And here's the thing. Yeah, we would have had it done in a day, too, if we were in our 20s or 30s and we weren't hurting all the time. I hate people like that. You're going to borrow something and then,
Act like you own it.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole problem with everybody around here, is they act like they own everything. If you borrow something from somebody and you're leaving or you're done with it, it is your responsibility to take it back to them.
Like, hey, I'm done. You guys want it back now? So whatever. It just sucks, guys. We thought we were living in a nice, peaceful little neighborhood, and turns out we're surrounded by assholes.
That's the problem. That kind of entitled person just drives me nuts. You know, that they have to have everything the way that they want it all the time. Well, life's not like that. The more you let people get away with things like that, and everybody tries, to keep everything all copacetic. Oh, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to stir up trouble. Screw that. I am at the age of, I don't care if it causes problems, and I don't care who it pisses off.
I sure the hell don't care what you think about me.
Mm-hmm.
But Karl won't say anything. Karl's very mellow and laid back.
But see, that's the problem. When you're laid back like that, they walk all over you. And you know what? I had enough of that. I had enough of that in my life. Not happening anymore.
So I thought I'd share that frickin' effed up story with you guys, but I think we're probably going to wrap it up. Unless you see something after this, nothing happened tonight. So we appreciate you guys watching. Wish there would have been more to share, but we can't really command things to happen. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Say bye, dear.
Bye, dear. Dark.
We were just sitting in the house watching TV, and the dog started going cuckoo.
Look at how dark he is.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that down in there, but there's a possum.
A little possum.
So see if you can chase him out of there. This is not going to end. All this barking. Why it's just sitting here, I don't know. But
scared. Come on, buddy. Come on. Don't hiss at me. Come on. Gotta go. Gotta go. Oh, he's so little. Come on, buddy.
there he goes.
Look at how dark he is, though.
There it goes.
He's very dark for a possum, though. It's just, there we go. Now he's hiding. He's hiding in the tree.
Alright. Hopefully he'll continue on his happy little travels.